Welcome back to Magic Titans. We are interrupting your regularly scheduled Modern Week to play some Legacy. We talked a little bit at the end of yesterday's stream about what we want to see going forward with this week, and Legacy was a popular option. So we're going to be playing some powerful Magic today. This will be the highest power Magic we've ever done on this channel, for sure. I have personally played some Legacy on mtgo, but I've never played in paper. And the deck we're playing today is Doomsday, which I would like to be my first paper Legacy deck. So let's just hop right into it. Let's take a look. I did start the stream a little early. I got impatient. So let's look at the deck that we are playing today. This is Doomsday. First and foremost, let's talk about Legacy as a format. Legacy is largely defined by a few very powerful cards. Force of Will is a free counterspell. It's a big part of what Legacy is. Daze is another free counterspell. Another big part of Legacy. Legacy is largely shaped by Daze and Force of Will. We also have very powerful spells like Dark Ritual. And it is a Ponder Brainstorm format. So Ponder, look at the top three. You can shuffle, draw. Brainstorm, draw 3, put 2 back, and then fetch to shuffle away the 2 you put back. So Ponder, Brainstorm, Daze, Force of Will kind of define Legacy. No other way around that, really. Also, Legacy is defined by the duels. OG duels, very strong. So fetches and duels, basically nobody's playing basic lands, which I'm sure we're going to talk about today because we're going to get Blood Mooned and it's going to suck. Lotus Petal is in here. It's just a mana. It's just a mana. And we are not playing any of the Spirit Guides. But Spirit Guides are also a pretty big part of Legacy. They're creatures that you exile from your hand for a mana at instant speed. Ridiculous design. There's one Lion's Eye Diamond in here. We can try to do Lion's Eye Diamond plays, but I always mess it up. This is a Doomsday deck. It's about the card Doomsday. So it's black, black, black. So you Dark Ritual, and then you cast Doomsday. Search your library and graveyard for 5 cards, exile the rest. So you have no library, no graveyard. You just have the 5 cards you've chosen in the order you want. That's your deck now. Lose half your life. Round it up. Okay, so why would anybody ever do this? Well, because Thassa's Oracle is a dumb card. You used to have to do Laboratory Maniac piles. So you would Doomsday into cast Laboratory Maniac, draw your whole deck. Now we have Thassa's Oracle. So you don't even really have to do that. Thassa's Oracle, you win when your deck's empty. And because there's so little removal that people are playing in Legacy, often you can Thassa's Oracle with 2 cards left and still win. But that's a little riskier. So what are our Doomsday piles? What 5 cards are we going to be picking? Well, Street Wraith draws you a card by paying 2 life. And Edge of Autumn draws you a card by sacking a land. So we have 4 cards that can draw us down to our last card. That is a Doomsday pile. If you have a cantrip in hand, you can consider into Edge of Autumn, into Edge of Autumn, into Street Wraith, into cast Thassa's Oracle, right? That is a valid Doomsday pile. We also have Deep Analysis, and we should have at least a couple of Surveil lands somewhere. I thought we did. Maybe we don't. Oh, consider. You can consider Deep Analysis into the graveyard and then cast Deep Analysis. So that is another valid Doomsday line. That's pretty much it. We have Personal Tutors to find Doomsday. And then we have Counter Magic to not lose the game. It's a very straightforward deck. Well, in theory, it's very straightforward. This deck is funny. Legacy has all the cards that are not banned, right? Every card ever printed that's not banned. This includes your commander cards. This includes every standard legal card. Those weird jumpstart cards are legal. It's everything that's not explicitly banned. The only cards in here from the past, like, 4 or 5 years, that's Oracle. That's it. Look, we've been talking about card quality being super high the last 5 years. Doesn't even make it in this deck. The Power 9 are still banned in Legacy. So no Moxen, no Time Walk, no Time Twister, none of that. That's for Vintage, and it's all restricted in Vintage. You only get one copy in Vintage. But yeah, this might look like the Legacy that y'all remember from 5 years ago if you were playing Legacy in 5 years ago. Pox Walker is Pox, or do you mean the card Pox? Because the card Pox is not still relevant. But I'll tell you what, Pox Walker is a very relevant card, and it's obnoxious. Yes, Gush is banned in Legacy because it's that Gush is... Whew. Yeah, Gush normally goes in Doomsday, but Gush is banned in Legacy. I don't think it's restricted in Vintage. I think you can have a playset in Vintage. Our sideboard is funny. No, the deck Pox, which plays the card Pox, is not something I have seen played in Legacy lately. Our sideboard is a bunch of answers to other people doing other combos. Legacy is largely combo decks right now. So we have Ley Lines of the Void, because there's a lot of graveyard shenanigans with aforementioned Poxwalkers. We have Inquisition of Kozilek in case our life total matters. We can cut Thoughtseizes or just have more hand attack. We have Duress, more hand attack. Genuinely don't know what this Manamorphose is for. If anybody can tell me why there's a Manamorphose in the sideboard, I would greatly appreciate it. I've never boarded it in, and I don't know when I'm supposed to board it in, or why I would want it boarded in. This seems fine in a Doomsday pile. It's 0 mana draw a card, and you can Dark Ritual into Thoracle mana, but you can't use Dark Ritual to cast Manamorphose. So I'm a little confused why there's a Manamorphose here. So any help would be appreciated. 3 Force of Negations to, again, stop turn 1 combos. If I'm on the draw, I cannot daze, so more forces are good. For Blood Moon. Whoa. T, you're a genius. Manamorphose is for Blood Moon. Yeah. And then there's a Jace here, who is another win con. This feels like if you get Stone-Brained or Surgical or whatever. If you're in a matchup where you think they're going to hunt out your Thoracles, you put in a Jace so that they can't. I mean, they can, but you'd still have Jace. Okay. Let's play some Doomsday. Blood Moon. I hadn't even thought of that. So yeah, the other deck that I'm considering owning in paper for Legacy is Turbo Blood Moon. I think I might be the only person who calls it that. People call it Red Prison, but the whole goal of the deck is to cast Blood Moon on turn 1, and it's playing 8 Blood Moons. It's Blood Moon and Magus of the Moon. Because nobody plays any non-basic or any basics in Legacy. Turbo Moon is one of the best decks in Legacy because no one's playing basics, and if you resolve a moon on turn 1, the game's over. So are you upset about the art, T, or are you upset about the cards? So you can City of Traders, Chrome Mox, cast Blood Moon turn 1. You can Balin's Tomb is Ancient Tomb. You can Ancient Tomb, Chrome Mox turn 1. These are the default arts, okay? When I import decks, I'm not going through and changing everything. It doesn't play Lotus Petals, but does play Simeon's Spirit Guides. So you can City of Traders or Ancient Tomb and then Spirit Guide. And then we have Land Destruction to be mean, in case they're playing a basic. You can just Sundering Eruption it. And then it's just playing busted red cards that have been printed in the last 5 years. So Pyrogoyf is Flame Tongue Kavu, but way better. Fabled Mirror Breaker is still one of the best red cards printed ever. Broadside Bombardiers is heinously stupid. I don't know what they were thinking when they printed this card. Maybe in Commander it's fair. I don't know. But Broadside Bombardiers is a 3-mana 2/2 Menace Haste. Boast, which means you can only activate this if you have attacked with at least one creature this turn. Sack another creature or artifact, deal damage equal to 2 plus that permanent's power. Mana value. So you can play One Ring, draw a bunch of cards, and then throw your One Ring at your opponent for 6 damage. Very stupid play patterns. And then Chalice of the Void is the final prison piece to say, like, hey, really don't like you casting spells, dog. Could you stop casting spells? And Fury. Fury's dumb. Yeah, all the dumb red cards. All rolled into one. White Border Blood Moon. Yeah, this is... What's wrong with White Border Blood Moons? My paper Blood Moons are White Border. It's really ugly, but... That's, look, this is what mtgo chose for us. In the sideboard, we have Leylands of the Void because everybody has them in the sideboard. Pyroblast against blue. Fiery Confluence. I don't actually know what that's for. Dead Gone kills Thoracle. Kills Harbinger of the Seas. Mindbreak Trap stops a lot of turn 0 combos. It's a good one. And Null Rod to stop artifacts. Probably just artifact mana is really what we're going for here. So that when you Blood Moon them, they still can't make the colors of mana that they need. So this deck's really big. Oh, I never clicked the button. Oops. I'm dumb. Yeah, so that's why Doomsday has Metamorphose in the side. Is because Mindbreak is for Oops All Spells. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of turn 1 combo decks right now that are obnoxious. We are on the play. We have no Doomsday, no way to get Doomsday, and we have 1 land. Like, this hand just looks bad. We have 2 Ponders, but throwing that back. Days Force, 2 lands, Ponder, Dark Ritual. I like this. 2 Ponders. I like this a lot more. We're going to keep this, and we're going to throw back a Ponder. And we're going to fetch Ponder turn 1 with Days backup in case they try to turn 1 combo us. We do have Undercity Sewers, so we do have Surveils. But Ponder is better than Surveilling. I like being able to Brainstorm next turn. I will not put it in my hand, but I'll put it on top. Next turn I could Brainstorm Fetch, which is a good line of play. We'll talk about Oops All Spells later, or I'm sure we're going to pair into it. Oops All Spells is one of the top decks in Legacy right now. I don't really want an opponent to have a Tamiyo. Why do my Underground Seas not match? What? That's the same card, right? Oh, this has the reminder text because it hit the battlefield? Weird quirk of mtgo. I can't Brainstorm Fetch. It was risky to not hold up Force, but I knew I was drawing Brainstorm, and I didn't think that with 0 mana they could... No. This is also a Wasteland format, by the way. Just so that we're all on the same page about that. Oh, what's up, Hydra Lance? You found us from our Commander game with Vince. That's dope. That was really fun. I'd never done anything like that before, and we've known Vince for ever. I feel like we met Vince 4 years ago at a Warhammer thing. So it was really cool to finally get together and do some Magic with him. And I look forward to doing some more Magic with Vince. Yeah, brainstorm away. I hope you enjoy your TTS Magic with friends. Tea time with Toby. Let's get our music going. Thoughtseize. They can take my force, but I can't really stop that. All I can really do when they take my force is brainstorm for more counter magic. They did not want force. Okay. I guess I can't cast force. Yep. Maybe I should have brainstormed. Yeah, the restrictive theme, alphabet spaghetti, alphabet soup. It's funny, the Brits call it alphabeti spaghetti. And we call it alphabet soup. It was a cool restriction. Adrian and I weren't sure. That's a bad draw. What power level necessarily we were playing at, so I went with like a pretty middle of the road Nissa. Clear win for the British because it rhymes. That's true, and it is a fun, silly name for the kids. Yeah, I should have brainstormed in response to Thoughtseize. I was mostly thinking they would take the Force of Will, but I'm not a good Legacy player, so we're learning. Flipped Tameo, sure. In Legacy, because of Brainstorm, Tameo just flips whenever you want. That's a fun feature of Legacy. It's actually a 1-mana Planeswalker. Just all the time. Which means they can get back Thoughtseize now-ish. That's a pain. Let's surveil into something good like Doomsday. We're gonna try it. They can't daze us, but they could force us.
Be tortured again by all this.
Seems like they don't have it. Wow, okay. So now we get to build a Doomsday pile. They're blue, so we need Cavern of Souls. They're likely to Thoughtseize us next turn, or pick up a Brainstorm to find counter magic. Our life total is not in any threat. So we're going to take 2 Street Wraiths, Thassa's Oracle. I can take a Deep Analysis, put it on top, and surveil it into my graveyard immediately. That feels good. I do not have the mana to win this turn. I also don't have a cantrip in hand. So I think I'm building a pile. I'm going to put Deep Analysis on top. Cavern of Souls, Street Wraith, Thassa's Oracle. And I'll have triple blue next turn. Or 2 blue and a black for Dark Ritual. They're gonna Thoughtseize away my Dark Ritual. This is slow, but I don't think they can stop this win. Yeah, alright, so now we order the cards. We're gonna put Thoracle on bottom. Street Wraith, Cavern of Souls, Deep Analysis. And we will immediately put Deep Analysis into the graveyard. Great. Now we pass the turn. It is possible that I was supposed to put a Lion's Eye Diamond in there somewhere. Because you can cycle Street Wraith, activate Lion's Eye Diamond in response to get mana before you draw a card to discard your hand. So you have some number of cards in hand. You have an LED on the battlefield. And you have a Street Wraith. You cycle the Street Wraith, you hold priority, you crack LED, you discard your hand, you draw a card. So now your hand is just the card that you drew, but you have mana and you drew a card. So, Doomsday. That's why Lion's Eye Diamond's in the deck. I don't think they can stop me from winning. This looks like Esper tempo. They're not going to be able to mill me. They'll counter the Deep Analysis, which is fine. They just lose the next turn. Yeah, I mean, LED is a broken card, but it's a very hard card to use outside of, like, vintage Storm decks. Or, like, if you have a weird discard-centric deck. Like, somehow there's a discard deck in Modern now. And I imagine if they had access to LED, they would play it. They would Windmill Slam it. So you're getting back Brainstorm, sure. They're just looking for counter magic. I thought they would Thoughtseize away my Dark Ritual. If they don't counter Deep Analysis, we win the game. I'm going to Dark Ritual, Deep Analysis, play Cavern of Souls, name Wizard, cycle, cast Thassa's Oracle, win the game. They could have a Stifle. We actually lose to a Stifle. Stifles do see play in Legacy. Mostly the Stifle Knot deck, which this is not. Not. Alright, we're going to Dark Ritual. This is mostly a bait spell. This doesn't really do anything. I guess it helps us play around days. We have extra black mana to pay for days when we Deep Analysis. Sure, Brainstorm. No Baja Blast today. Back on the Coke Zero train. Okay. If this gets countered... I just move on with my life. Like, that doesn't... Yeah, it doesn't do anything. I don't care. No. Play Cavern. Oh, they're a Wasteland deck. God, I just threw the game. I'm on tilt. I'm on tilt. Send help. That was dumb. That was incredibly dumb. They'll just waste my Cavern now. And you can't Thoughtseize a Cavern. I just needed to hold. I need to play more Legacy. That was a huge mistake. They put me to 6. I go to 2. Oh! Does that matter? I can't cycle Street Wraiths anymore. Should I have Deep Analysis? No, I would have died if I had Deep Analysis. That's 5 more life. I would be at 3. I would be at 1. It would have got me just under the clock. Interesting. Interesting. I think we are dead now. I think we have died for a myriad of reasons. Okay, look. Legacy's hard. Legacy is very ethereal. It's a very strange format of Magic. Oh yeah, now we're definitely dead. Okay. All right. So we're playing against a pretty slow blue deck. We're not putting in ley lines. I don't think I need forces. I think I do want Inquisitions. I think Inquisition is just Thoughtseize without paying life in this matchup. It does not hit Force of Will. That's the only meaningful difference. Do I need to stack up on hand attack? This is kind of a thing that I don't really know about how to sideboard in Legacy. If I had boarded, or if I had Doomsday piled with Edge of Autumn instead of Street Wraith, we still had a win path. What would I cut to have Thoughtseize? Probably Personal Tutor? I'm gonna try this. I could be wrong. With a lot of these strange combo decks, sideboarding is something I struggle with. I don't love Thoracle in hand. Yeah, his hand doesn't do anything. But this hand's amazing. They're gonna Thoughtseize my Doomsday, but that's fine. I'm gonna shuffle back Thoracle. This is a great hand. We get to turn 1 Ponder, turn 2 Brainstorm. No hand attack? It would have been nice to have hand attack. I really don't want Edge of Autumn. And I want to hide my Thoughtseize from them. Don't shuffle. Pass. Hold up Daze. I don't think I daze a Thoughtseize here. I think I just let Thoughtseize happen. Oh. I really don't want Tamiyo. We're just replaying last game. I need to be able to shuffle with Brainstorm. The cards I have on top are bad. I have to let Tamiyo resolve, which sucks. Because I just need this shuffle. Okay, they didn't want to daze my Brainstorm, but they thought about it. I don't need 2 Thoughtseizes, I don't need Edge of Autumn. Let's shuffle and then Thoughtseize, and they will daze it, and then I will daze their daze. Okay, they let it happen. Barrow Goyf. And they kept in Swords to Plowshares in a matchup where it does virtually nothing. Is this the one that comes back? No. Consign to Memory. We have a stifle effect. Okay. Okay. They're pretty far off of casting Barrow Goyf. And I should be able to end the game before Barrow Goyf wins. I'm going to take Consign because I don't really have answers to Consign. That was a thinker. They didn't play Flooded Stream. There it is. Okay. Let's brainstorm. Okay, we can shuffle away Thoracle. And honestly, they have one unknown card. Do I need a Thoughtseize? I don't need spare Doomsday. Let's just shuffle that away. We get a Surveilland. At this point, we're looking for Dark Ritual. Oh, it's on top. Look at that. Would you look at that? They made days? No. Okay, I'm going to take Ponder. I don't want them to have options. They can have days. They're going to surveil or draw off of a clue. Oh, do I daze Baragorth? I don't think I do. Oh, I have 3 fairy. Well, they have days, so they're gonna win this, but it gets the days out of their hand. I would like another surveil. So I daze, you daze. And they get a 3 fairy. Let's try it. Okay, we need a Thoracle. I think I've learned that Edge of Autumn is safer. I need a Cavern. And I can do the same trick with Deep Analysis. I think we're making a pretty similar pile to last game. The Teferi really messes things up. If they have a stifle effect, like a consign, they just win. So that's legacy, baby. Okay, not playing the Cavern. If they have Bowmasters, we're dead. And if they have a Stifle, we're dead. Cool. We have died. There you go. All right. Rough start with Doomsday. I haven't seen a ton of Bowmasters in Legacy, to be honest. These mid-range decks mostly have to deal with combos that don't draw cards these days. The Oops All Spells deck, let's pull that up. There's... no. I might not have an Oops All Spells. Oh, this is, yeah, that's Oops All Spells. So we can take a look at Oops All Spells in Uno Momento. We'll just look now. So it's called Oops All Spells because there's no lands. You just play MDFCs. The goal of the deck is to Balustrade Spy, which is a 4-mana vampire that mills your whole library because you don't have lands, or Undercity Informer, which is essentially the same card. It's 3 mana and then you pay 1 mana and you mill everything. The difference is that this is an ETB, so if the Doorkeeper thrall you, this gets stopped. This is not an ETB, so you get around it. Here's some Spirit Guides, bunch of MDFCs. We have a Narc Amoeba and a bunch of Poxwalkers. The Poxwalkers are going to come back when you cast Cabal Therapy out of your graveyard. And you can cast this because you have a Narc Amoeba that you milled. And then you have a bunch of Poxwalkers, so you dread return your Thassa's Oracle when you win the game. That's Oops All Spells. It wins on turn 1, unless you stop it. Yeah, sounds fine. Lands. We're playing against lands. Well, alrighty then. Okay. That was cool. We're gonna ponder. They'll wasteland us, and then I'll edge of autumn. I've never played against Legacy lands. I didn't think this was a real thing. I'll take a Brainstorm. Maybe I should have shuffled there. I'm really looking for Dark Ritual. I should get Wastelanded here because they don't want me to have Days Up. Oh, we're playing against Urza the Planeswalker. I'm honored. Maybe I play Lotus Petal there to have Brainstorm. Because I don't want the card that's on top. Another Wasteland, cool. Life in the Lone Wasteland, sure. So they're trying to waste lock us. The way we get around that is we just play fetches, and then you can't really waste a fetch. So we can stock up on lands that they can't interact with. What do they get? Urza Saga. What are they fetching for here? Okay, they put me on a clock. Map? Pithing Needle. Name Misty Rainforest. Welcome to Legacy. Okay, Force Wheel's pretty good. Mazavith. Love it. Loam back a wasteland. I think we're forcing that. See if they dredge back life from the loam. They do. They can pay for days. We're gonna brainstorm here. They should have wasted us. I guess they still can. They should waste us before they cast this life from loam. Oh, I guess if they waste us, they can't pay for days, so we'll catch 22 there. What does that mean? I'm gonna daze to stop the force. Sorry, to stop the waste. This fully bricks wasteland for a turn. They can't waste the land that's already out, and they have to tap it now, so they won't have it on my turn either. I guess they play the wasteland that they picked up. Oh, they play Saga. Okay. And a stage and a waste. Okay, right. I think we're supposed to be able to win this turn. And they didn't play wasteland. Yeah, I think we're supposed to be able to win. Yes, now we definitely win. Cool. Man, Legacy's wild. I cannot play the Underground Sea. Because I need to be able to play... Cavern of Souls. Another slight misplay that cost me a game. Okay, so I can brainstorm and response crack LED, but then I lose my Doomsday. But yeah, I think I just lost my own game. Dark Ritual resolves. Doomsday. I have the Brainstorm cantrip. Oh, you're saying keep the... No, but then I lose Doomsday. I would need Doomsday to be in the top 3. Or you're saying I could Brainstorm off Lotus Petal, but then I don't have enough mana. Oh, I put the Doomsday in the deck, but then I don't have enough mana to win this turn. Or do I? I don't know. Yeah, I was probably supposed to Brainstorm there. And hit it. Yeah, hit a cantrip. Okay. So this pile is Thoracle. I don't think I need Cavern. I'm gonna go to 7 life, so Street Wraiths are fine. Edge of Autumn. Edge of Autumn? But I need mana, right. And I have a Brainstorm. I need mana. Yes, this should be fine, because they're not going to kill the Thoracle. I think we still win this turn. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. Done. Okay. I need Thoracle in the middle? Some of these cards didn't matter. Street Wraith, Thoracle. Edge of Autumn, Street Wraith, Lion's Eye Diamond. Placey. Brainstorm. I needed to not play the sea. Gah! Oh, Legacy's so hard. If I don't play the Underground Sea, I get to keep 2 of these 3 cards. And the Lion's Eye Diamond is my mana, so I don't need the sea. I just crack Lotus Petal. Ah! God, this deck is so fiddly. This deck is just a bunch of just tiny ways that you can lose the whole game. You're just surrounded by a bunch of caltrops, and you have to walk very carefully. I riddled my way. I found a path through the minefield. And then I just started skipping and stepped on a mine. Should I sideboard? Maybe? Leyline's pretty good. Okay, nope. I was so on tilt that I didn't sideboard. Fine. It's fine. Not a problem. Wow, Legacy is something else. We can turn 1 Brainstorm Shuffle here. So let's just shuffle a Thoracle. This is kind of like a 6 already. Man. Okay. This is not a straightforward deck. Let's get a Blur. Brainstorm. Thoracle. Oh, that is a beautiful hand. I think I'm tossing back Thoughtseize here. This is almost a turn 1 win Doomsday hand. This is a crazy hand. I think they might have counter magic now. I didn't put a Thoracle in the pile. Wait, can I cancel? Can I control Z? No? Okay, we just lose the game. That's cool. We're all just gonna forget that. That didn't happen. That's, I swear, I've done much better with this deck. I swear, Kenotu, this is a Doomsday deck. Let's take a look over here. So Doomsday says, exile your library in your graveyard, except for 5 cards. That's your library now. Lose half your life. So you're just trying to Thassa's Oracle from Doomsday. God, that was shameful. I just didn't put a Thassa's Oracle in the pile.
I hardly know how we were just being too selfish.
Yeah. Doomsday reads, exile your graveyard and your library and then concede the game. The elementals are too strong. Alright, fresh start. Fresh start. We won't think about that anymore. Fresh start. What's up, Jack? Okay, triple dark ritual. This is like a mystery hand, which we don't keep. We can pitch back the Thoracle. We have turn 1 Ponder Shuffle. Cavern in hand is a little weird. I think this is fine. I don't like going to 5. Enjoy your games, Tea Time with Toby. That energy deck is pretty cool. I think you're going to have a good time. Noble Hierarch. What deck is playing Noble Hierarch? Too fair for my blood. Deep analysis on bottom.
You just gotta realize that everybody's gonna be on your tail from 5 o'clock until
I'm
the
just
day
gonna
you
shuffle
die.
that. I don't really want those cards. None of them get me closer to winning. I have days up for whatever weird stuff they're doing. I can't believe I made a Doomsday pile with no Thassa's Oracle. And mtgo doesn't even let you go back a step. I haven't even ordered them yet, mtgo. Let me go back a step. Yeah. Okay, it's elves. We're playing as elves. Oh, sick. That's awesome, Jack. Glad that you're getting back into Magic. I should go grab my binder. I've been over the years hoarding. I've been collecting cards trying to get into Legacy. Don't play against elves. If you do, there's no coming back. I don't know what that means, but I'm a little worried. I feel like Days is already... What is this? This is fine, I guess. I'll take the Dark Ritual and then I'll shuffle off of a fetch. That was an awkward hand, though. Or an awkward Pondar. Oh, if I lose to elves. If I lose to elves, there's no coming back. Look, if I lose to elves, we might switch to Turbo Moon. That's all I'm saying. There is no coming back from losing to elves in Legacy. They got the cradle. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They currently have 6 mana. But that could explode into a lot of many manas. They're tapping stuff. If I lose to elves, I can only play EDH. Chord of Calling for 1. If I daze this, they have to tap the Cradle. Which feels good to me. Let's consider, actually. I don't know what they're getting. I don't know Legacy Elves well enough to know what they're getting, but they have a Quirion Ranger. Oh, I can't daze because they can Quirion Ranger. Yeah, let's go find a force. Let's go looking for a force. That's nothing. That is sort of more nothing. Yeah, so daze doesn't really do much here. If I daze this, I might as well just daze the next thing. I'm not forcing them to tap Cradle, because they'll just bounce Hedge Maze, untap Hierarch, and then tap Hierarch to pay for daze. That makes sense. Yeah, Allosaur Shepherd. I can't counter your stuff anymore. They have 4 mana left. They can cast a 1-drop for free and then still have 4 mana? Sure. I mean, I should just F6. I can't interact with them anymore. Okay. That was generally unimpressive. But they likely win next turn. 4, 5, 6. That's 20 damage on board. Oh, it's only elves, right? Elves. Noble Hierarch is not an elf. And Sylvan Safekeeper is not an elf. So they're not actually representing that much damage. It could be Nadu. Nadu Elf Ball. But I feel like if you're playing Nadu in Legacy, you should just play Cephalid Breakfast. Cavern Name Wizard. Personal Tutor. Doomsday. Yeah, losing to Nadu is acceptable, T? Is that's fine? It's okay to lose to Nadu? I agree with that. It's okay to lose to Nadu. This is definitely Nadu. But this is like the worst build of Nadu. I think Cephalid Nadu is significantly stronger. That's the other big combo deck in the format. So we have Oops All Spells, we have Reanimator, we have Doomsday, and we have Cephalids. Okay. Yeah, hit me for 10. That cuts off... this is putting me to 8. Which stops the double Street Wraith. Because I'm going to Doomsday to 4. Okay, let's think about this. It's definitely going to be 2 Edge of Autumns. I'm going to click at Thassa's Oracle now, just to save us that embarrassment again. How do people determine the grading for power level? It's mostly just like tournament results. Like you look at the win rates of certain decks or how often they are top 8ing. That's kind of the best you can do. And then a brainstorm. Oh, hold on. We can actually do something pretty cool here. We have 1, 2, 3 mana. So we could make a Surveil one of our choices. One of our 5. So we actually only have 4 cards. Oh man, I should have fetched before we did this actually. No, I already played land for turn. Okay, forget everything I just said. 2 Edge of Autumn, Thassa's Oracle. And then I need cantrips. I have 3 mana. So I can only pay for 1 cantrip, which is Brainstorm. But I need a way to draw right now, which is not possible. So I'm dead, right? I think I'm just dead. I think I'm just dead. Because I don't have a cantrip in hand. Okay. Alright. Shameful. We don't want ley lines. I think Inquisition's pretty good. And I think Daze is bad against a bunch of mana dorks. It's possible that you never cut Daze. I don't know. I don't know. I need like a mentor for some of these combo decks. Like Titan and Doomsday. I need someone to educate me, to inform me, to teach me. I would like to be a student. Let me grab my binder. Frantic Search is 3 and not in the deck. And I didn't have a way to draw anything, so I was building a Doomsday pile and I couldn't draw any of the cards, so it didn't matter. That was the issue. But I'm gonna go grab my binder. Okay, we would like to be on the play. Yeesh. Double Street Wraith. One lander. This is very much a mystery hand. I think it's okay though. I didn't know this Frantic Search is banned in Legacy. I guess that makes sense. Kind of a busted card. Wow, they mulled a 4? What is going on over there? We get a free win. Our opponent defeated themselves. We take those. Oh, I guess Frantic Search with Ancient Tomb and City of Traders is a bit silly. Yeah, I think the difference between paper and online for me, Jack, is pretty big. We talked a bit the other day about how the clock and people responding to like infinites and combos, like people conceding when they know they're dead, online versus paper. That I think that's a big aspect of online versus paper, but also the interpersonal aspect of Magic. Like, this is Magic the Gathering. Oh my god. I don't know if I can win through this. I think it makes a big difference for me. I can brainstorm on their turn, but I would shuffle it away. Okay. Top. Like online, I find my opponents are faceless and I get a lot more frustrated more easily. Like in person, there's a person there and I don't, like, I can relate a lot more to a person. When they make game actions that would be frustrating, I'm like, oh, sick play, dude. Like, I storm off. Like, that's cool. Or, yeah, you strip locked me. Like, great. I can't play lands for the rest of the game. You win. But online, it's just frustrating because there's not a person. It's just like the bad beats just feel so much worse. And for me, that's a big aspect or big difference. Sure, in person they can be more frustrating, but I find that most of the people I play against are relatively reasonable people. I think we're just casting Doomsday this turn. I was going to concede this game. We might win this. Okay, we need the Street Wraiths. I'm going to 7. That should be fine. Edge of Autumns. I do have a Brainstorm, so one of these can be a Cavern of Souls. And that's a Thassa's Oracle. Now, if they have a Doorkeeper Thrall, that sucks. Alright, let's really not mess this one up. We also have lines that. We have a lot of mana. But yeah, there are definitely a lot of merits to online, right? Legacy is essentially a digital-only format now because it's just so expensive. Like, a Legacy deck is close to $5,000. That's ridiculous. Whereas online, you rent it for $50 a month or something, which is still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. The rental fees are high, but that is a lot more accessible and achievable than the ridiculous price of buying a Legacy deck. And just the ease of access of games. Like, oh, I want to practice Modern. I go to 6. I go to 2. Yeah, I think we still win. Oh, I can't cast Brainstorm and Thoracle because they have Deafening Silence. So I should have done 2 Edge of Autumns. We're just going to play Cavern, name Wizard, hold up Flusterstorm, and pray. I don't think there's much they can do here to win. I can't untap this, can I? No. Man, I've really been playing poorly. There is definitely an added difficulty of, like, there's the baseline difficulty of the deck, and then streaming a game adds a lot of distractions. Or, you know, you're trying to be entertaining, you're trying to fill the air with your voice. Today has been informative for me in my inability to stream Doomsday. I'm not normally this bad with the deck. I'm not good with it, but I'm not this bad. Thank you for the kind words. Baking a normal cake. I appreciate that. It's a hard deck to play. Okay, they can't pay for Flusterstorm and the game's over? I go to 1. We win on 1? Hooah! And this is their only non-creature for the turn. So that's just lights out. We won a game with Doomsday! Yeah! Same targets. Go team. Oh. As the British would say, I'm chuffed. I'm very pro proxy. I think, so I wanted to get my friends like Adrian and Shane in our local Magic group. I wanted to get them into Canlander. So I proxied like 10 Canlander decks. So I have a battle box of 10 proxied Canlander decks that would have been like $30,000 in paper. Just some stupid, like, buy 2 cars amount of money. What does this do? No! No! Opponent shuffles my graveyard into my library. No! We lost again! I'm gonna finish this league. We're gonna get through this. Yeah, so I'm heavily pro proxy, and I recently found Card Art, a local game card shop, does they have a legacy day that is proxy friendly once every 2 weeks, and they have a Canlander day that's proxy friendly that's once every 2 weeks. And by friendly, I mean they're cool with you proxying the entire deck, which is super chill. And I think that this is great for these formats. No, Kenotu, this is a very good deck. It's just hard to play, and I'm bad. This is a tier 1 deck. It's very consistent. I'm just making a lot of small mistakes, and one small mistake on a deck like this loses you the game. But yeah, I think proxies really lower that barrier to entry, and it makes it closer to the online barrier to entry. That sounds okay. I have played Pauper. I haven't kept up with Pauper. I found that Pauper was about, like, the format is how do I put this? Okay, they don't have a fetch, so their brainstorm is bad. Swords does nothing. Nomads is a combo piece, but it's one of many. I'm gonna take Ponder. So yeah, I found that Pauper. They found a fetch. Immediately drew a fetch. I found that Pauper was about degeneracy in a way that I didn't super enjoy. No, Kenotu, I made several mistakes, mostly in like mulliganing. I think that I need to mulligan more aggressively with this deck because it's a combo deck. I think Brainstorm fetch. I don't need Doomsday. Or I don't need Personal Tutor because I have Doomsday. Edge of Autumn is a bad card in my hand. Yes, so there are some tempo Pauper decks that I enjoyed. Like, I love playing Delver, and I think maybe today we'll play some... I mean, Delver is alive and well in Legacy. But the deck that I found the most success with in Pauper was Gruul Ponza, which is cascade into blowing up all your opponent's lands. Just like... I don't know. I think that I don't have a problem with people doing things like that. Like there are formats where it is appropriate and proper to, like, it's competitive, right? We're trying to kill each other, and blowing up all of someone's lands is a part of the game. How hard am I taking? I think we let this one resolve. It's the next one. It's the Nadu that we have to counter. But when the format is everyone doing that, like that is the thing to do, is really grindy. I don't need Thoracle. Or days. Like the two things to do when I was playing Pauper was incredibly grindy advantage, like slight card advantage, or blow up all their lands. And those being the only two things to do, I should have gotten rid of Edge One. Just didn't sit well with me. Now that's pod racing. Okay, so we have Daze, and then if we need it, we can Edge of Autumn Flusterstorm. So they're not getting an Auto unless they have... yeah, they don't have it. Cavern of Souls. Okay, yeah, so we're gonna fight over this. They'll pay. They could have their own days, is a problem. But this is Flusterstorm. These are the Flusterstonks. Why can I not cast this? Oh my god, it's instant or sorcery. Have I never read this card? I don't think I've ever read Flusterstonks. I thought it just did whatever you wanted. It was just Storm countered everything. No, I'm not playing competently, Kenotu. For example, I didn't read the card, Flusterstorm, which lost me this game. If I had stacked 2 Dazes on top, we had them. Instead, they get to combo off with Nadu. They just drew 6 cards. Yeah, I think I'm gonna drop from this league. This is painful. I can't play this deck on stream. I'm trying to like maintain. I'm trying to hold a conversation in chat and play a deck that I'm not super comfortable with, and it's a hard deck to play. Yeah, this is a case of me blah 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 not reading the rules. Yeah, I can play Delver. I can play Turbo Moon. Oh, maybe this is Cephalid Breakfast because they have an Archimedes. I should just F6. I'm not responding to anything they're doing. And I threw away my cantrip. So they get to Nadu again this turn and then Nadu on their turn. I'm just dead. Okay. Alright. Look. I have to sideboard. I thought we were done with this match. Okay. So we're playing against Cephalid Breakfast. I'm going to put in ley lines. They can, of course, still win with the Nadu line, but I don't think Nadu is their primary goal. This bug is weird. Okay, what are we taking out? We're going to take out Flusterstorm. I think we need personal shooters. We have to be fast. I think we're going to do something like this. Although I think Consider is in for the Doomsday piles. Consider is pretty useful in Doomsday piles. Pull force. I'm gonna try that. Yeah. 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 We will try it. Yeah. Is this a turn 1 hand? Okay, somebody much better than me can turn 1 with this hand. I'm actually pretty confident this hand is supposed to win the game on turn 1. Land, fetch, Dark Ritual, Doomsday. Edge of Autumn before Doomsday, so that we can put it in the pile. I think this is supposed to win. Unless opponent has force. It's definitely Thoracle 2 Street Wraiths. Lion's Eye Diamond. We have to do the LED trick with Street Wraith. Okay, we have 1 mana right now. LED gets us to 4, but doesn't draw a card. But we can brainstorm away Days. These 2 cards draw us 4 of our 5, so it's just mana. Street Wraith draws us our 5th card, which is Thassa's Oracle. And we have all the mana. Yeah. Okay, this should win the game. I just need to not screw it up. I need a 5th card that doesn't matter, because all I need is LED, Street Wraith, Thassa's Oracle, and the cards in my hand. Let's make it a Force of Will. Okay, stacking this pile. I need Thoracle on bottom. Force of Will, Street Wraith, LED. Cast Petal. Cycle Edge of Autumn. Cast LED. Cast Brainstorm. Put back Days. We gotta win. Okay. That hurt my brain. But I didn't mess it up. So we're putting these 2 cards back. Oh, I did mess it up. Yeah, Thassa's Oracle had to be the 4th card, not the 5th card. I did mess it up. I found I conceded. I didn't even have it. Thassa's Oracle had to be the 4th card. As the 5th card, I don't draw it with the 2 Street Wraiths. Yeah. But we got a dub. We got a dub ski with Doomsday. And now we're going to have a leyline game. Called it. This hand is trash. But we have a leyline. Oh, boy. Well, that was the turn 1 Doomsday hand. Now you guys have seen what Doomsday does when the stars align. We're just gonna personal tutor turn 1 for Dark Ritual. Which is an instant. So you can't do that. Okay, ponder it is then. Cool. God, I'm so bad at Legacy. Oh, okay. Alright, we're gonna switch decks after this match. Because this is just a bloodbath. I do want a daze. I do want to brainstorm.
Even 10 minutes is a long time to be away from you.
Okay, so the reason I brought in Leyline, we haven't actually talked about Cephalid Breakfast. This is a Nadu deck. So it has activated abilities that cost 0, that target their own creatures. So you can just do them over and over and over and over again. Those creatures, or those abilities combo with Nadu. That's what Nadu does. I would like to keep a fetch and fetch these cards away. Should put back. Another huge misplay. But it also has this weird Cephalid Wizard man that says when he is targeted, mill 3. So they can mill their entire deck and then do the Oops All Spells combo of Narcomoeba, Pox Walker, and Unbarrel Rights. Thassa's Oracle win the game. So if I just keep them from having a graveyard, they can't do any of that. They have to win through traditional Nadu means. I think we're tapping 3 lands to cast Doomsday next turn. Cool. We kept a spare Doomsday, so maybe it's good that I didn't shuffle away my spare Doomsday. Make a construct. They're gonna Pithing Needle Lotus Petal, is my guess. They don't need a Shuko. Didn't make a second construct. They got their own Lotus Petal for green to cast Nadu. Yeah. Dazing this doesn't really do anything. I don't think they can win this turn. It's possible, but I think this is just card advantage. Okay, that's a problem. I'm just gonna F6 now. I get to know all these cards they're drawing. Days, okay. So they have Brainstorm to search for force, and they have Days. And they might have a force from the cards they had in hand before. We try again. Our life total is getting pretty low. Yep. Wait. Where did they... Oh, they pitched a pawn. They have the mana to pay for it, and we're dead next turn. Okay. Okay. They also could draw 8 cards there, just off nodding. Alright, look. That sort of was Doomsday. Sort of. I think this blue-black tempo deck has been working out better for me than the Teamer tempo deck. Oh, but does this not have, Delver? Yeah, this is an actual Delver deck. So let's play this actual Delver deck. It's just tempo. We're just trying to get ahead, remove their stuff, wasteland them, get Delirium with Dragon's Rage Channeler. So 1 mana 3/3 flyer, 1 mana 3/2 flyer, Daze Force, Impulse Draw, cantrips. It's just a good stuff pile. And we have Murktides, because why not? I don't think this is the best build of tempo. Like I said, this blue-black tempo deck has been working a lot better for me. Which is funny because it plays Kaito. It's a 1 of Kaito. But I also want to mention big ups to this this Dreadnought deck. You'll see this every once in a while. It's not a good deck. It's like tier 2 or 3, but it's around Phyrexian Dreadnought, which is a 1 mana 12/12 from 1,000 years ago from Mirage. And when it enters, you have to sack creatures with total power 12 or greater. But if you stifle that trigger, you don't do that. So you just get a 1 mana 12/12. So this is a deck affectionately called Stifle Not. It runs Oculus now because you can manifest Dread into a Phyrexian Dreadnought. It's one of the sickest things ever. And you play things like Doorkeeper Thrall to stop your own Dreadnought ETB. Dress Down to stop your own Dreadnought ETB. And Curie is cool. This is a Fallout card. You can pay 2 and exile Phyrexian Dreadnought to make this a 12/12, and then when it hits your opponent, you draw 12 cards. It's dope. And Stifle gets people in Legacy. Like, every fetch turns a Stifle into land destruction. You just stifle the fetch. And this deck has a lot of stifles. You have 2 consign, 2 actual stifle, and then you have Doorkeeper Thralls, which are quasi-stifles. Maybe it doesn't play as many stifles as I thought. So it's 4 genuine stifle effects, and then a bunch of other ways to get your Dreadnoughts to not kill themselves. Cool deck. But we're going to play this Teamer Tempo deck. Teamer Tempo. Here we go. Alright, let's cast some Delvers of Secrets. Let's get some Delvers online. Oh, we won 1 game with Doomsday. That was rough. Yeah, you should watch LSV. If you want to see somebody play Doomsday well, LSV makes no attempt to talk to chat, which helps a lot. He just focuses on the game. He's also a god tier Magic player. I am nowhere near as good as him. And he has played Doomsday for longer than most humans have played Magic. He's been on that deck forever. I think this hand is okay, actually. I'm on the play? Yeah. I think we just land a Delver. We can worry about drawing lands later. We have 5 looks to get a land, essentially. We have a draw, and then ponder looks at 3, and if none of those are lands, then we shuffle, and we have a 5th look. Opponent is me. I am opponent. I would very much like to flip Delver here. But that also means we didn't draw a land. So this is kind of a win-win. We've hedged. If we see a land on Delver, then we drew a land. And if we see a non-land on Delver, okay, that's, I mean, it is a land. So I will waste. They cannot daze, and then I will bolt. They can force this, but that's card disadvantage. Now, if I get wastelanded here, that means we both have no lands. I should have brainstormed. Oh, to flip the Delver? Yeah, probably. I can brainstorm here. Now, they might daze this. This will probably get dazed. No. Very interesting. I actually don't like questing druid. And I'm gonna put ponder on top. Yes. Reveal ponder. Draw ponder. Play land. Swing. They just naturally flipped. If I force, they can't daze because I have a land. I'm gonna force this. If they want to force back, that's okay. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to 15, fetch to 14. Am I playing Surveils? No. Always had it. I can't daze. Pondar. Pawn stars. I think we're doing this pile. They could daze this. Yep. There's a strong argument for holding that Delver till the next turn. Because I'm out of cards now. I'm just like doing nothing. Ponder's a great top deck. Just gonna shuffle that. I don't think I want them to know I have a land. That ponder was sort of a daze check. They shuffled as well, okay. Well, this is where we are. I'm all lands and they're no lands. Wasteland is a great pickup here. That puts them in a particularly uncomfortable situation. Makes the fetch do something. Ugh. Bolt, sure. I mean, I knew they had a reactive hand because they haven't been casting anything. Let's just shuffle away my trash. Oh, they hit second land. They might have the druid. No? Wait, they're Grixis? They've been missing a color this whole time? Ooh, Murky T's a big draw. Mercs all around. They could have force, which would suck. Great. They could also have Brazen Bar, which would also suck. We'll happily trade Murktides. Pass. Yeah, this is more like traditional. This is classic Legacy. This might be closer to what some people are used to Legacy being. Bowmasters, sure.
I have everything here.
I would like to bolt your Bowmaster. Force my bolt. Okay. And they're playing black just for Bowmasters, it seems. Questing Druid is a good draw. Gets around Bowmaster.
There's nobody else can do this job because they got too much feeling.
I knew that. I knew those cards were there. I knew that. Did you know that? I knew that. I knew that. I put those cards there. I knew that. T, I'm bad at Magic. I think we've established this. For some reason, I thought those cards just weren't there anymore. Yeah, I can't cast this. Oops. Okay. Pyroblast. I did draw too many lands. I needed to not draw that many lands. I should have mana weaved on mtgo. That's what I needed to do. So I think Unholy Heat is just bad bolt most of the time. What am I cutting? Force of negation. They're going to be casting spells on my turn, not their turn. And I don't want to be playing cancel. Turn 1 Delver, upkeep, Brainstorm. Pretty good. I don't have a fetch for the Brainstorm, but I have a Ponder. I don't know. This hand seems acceptable. It's good enough, I would say. How far do they mulligan? Just to 6, okay. Being on the play is a massive advantage in this matchup. So game 3 is gonna be tough. Oh, they might just bolt my Delver. No, Darcy. Okay.
One, two, three, four.
Sure, Days. Days resolves. I'll just flip Delver naturally. Oh, now I can't, now I can't waste them, which is a little awkward. I don't think... Wait, does anybody know if quest card... This is a creature. I don't think this is ever an instant, except on the stack. Yeah, I think it's always a creature except on the stack as petty theft. Offering the trade, okay. They should play a fetch here into the waste. Unless they don't have one. They don't have a fetch. They just have a second Darcy. Flip. Nope. Darcy's a very bad draw. Let's get second land. I shouldn't have fetched on my turn. The fetch is only if I need Pyroblast. Let them surveil. They land instant. They're keeping something on top, so I'm just going to counter the Ponder. They could Daze here. But them floating a spell on top is pretty ominous. Flip. Yes. They have 3 types in the bin. They're very likely to just have Delirium on their own. I can bounce 1 Darcy, and they can't recast it. They might have been floating a land with Surveil. Yeah, that could have been it. Bolt. They get 2 surveils, they hit artifact. Ugh. Yeah, I think Darcy is kind of a better Delver in today's world. You just have more control over it. I have my own Delirium. A rare Darcy block? Bolt. Yep. This is going downhill fast. Oof. Holding Delver for force would have been better. And they can daze it. I'm gonna bolt this Darcy. Pyroblast, sure. Yeah, I think holding back Delver for force would have been the play. They're running out of bolts though. 1, 2. Molten Collapse. Okay. I guess another black card that they are playing. Not really sure about that in Legacy. I have a fetch that I can't use because I'm going to 1. Oh, I can use it to cast Brazen Bar to block. And if they have it, we're dead. And that's fine. Oh, that's another one. Alright, we're dead to Daze, Pyroblast, Force of Will. You know, just the spells that they play. I have Hydroblast in the side. I didn't put it in. Maybe I should have. Maybe Hydroblast is better than... it only really hits Darcy. That's the thing. Darcy and Bolt. So I don't know. Maybe I'm supposed to side in Hydroblast there. Pyroblast feels obvious. It hits Delver and all of the counter magic. Hydroblast feels less obvious to me. It only hits Darcy and Bolt. And I guess Molten Collapse, the card we didn't expect him to play. Our mana in that game was a little unfortunate.
Thank you.
I'll take the play.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Let's see if we got the facts straight. Catch me to San Francisco just in time to catch the next boat for Yokohama.
It's another Delver deck. They can daze my days, and then I can Force of Negation. Yeah, I have noticed. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracy theories about like mirror matches in online games. I think we just notice mirror matches more than we notice anything else. But certainly, I've switched to weird decks. Like when I played Stifle Knot, which is not a meta deck, I paired into Stifle Knot 3 of 5 games in a league, which is wild. So yeah, it does feel like there's a lot of mirror matches online, for sure. Opponent really tanking about this daze. Okay, counter days. So we will force of negation, pitching, force of will.
He wants blue eyes, curly hair, dimples.
And now I don't want to crack Bauble because drawing Wasteland here doesn't do me much good. They baubled me? Yeah, okay. So they see a fetch. And I'm just gonna fetch away the Wasteland. I would like to draw. They have a fetch on top. Okay. And I need to shuffle before I draw. I may regret not getting a green source, but I'm not going to get a green source. There's another green source. I don't regret it. Waste my bulk, sure. Okay. Alright. We sure are playing Magic. This sure is Legacy, huh? Yeah, you can have a Ponder. That's fine. You know what you can't have is that Underground Sea. Pauper is kind of Legacy Light, yeah. A lot of land destruction, a lot of incremental advantage. They did not shuffle. Okay. Alright, we have Days and Force. We don't have both in the same turn. Days. Protect the Delver. Ooh, counter Days. Days fight. Days fight. Back to a completely empty board on turn 12. We have a big Murktide next turn if they don't daze it. I would like to draw a blue card for force backup on my big Murky T. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's the good stuff right there. Oh, it's not that big of a Murktide, actually. Oh, did I miss the days? I missed the days because it's the weird... Oh, well. It's the weird art. It's the Amonkhet masterpiece art. Yeah, we've been doing a lot more land destruction and talking about a lot more land destruction than is normal in Magic, I would say. They don't want to Delver. That's fair. I have a huge Murktide. How does their deck deal with... Are they playing Petty Theft? Yeah, the alt arts did betray me. You're right, T. I don't know how you would... Baking, I don't know how you would make a tempo commander deck, because there's 3 of their turns and 1 of yours. I think tempo's really hard in commander. You just don't have as much resources as your collective opponents. Proactive strategies just seem to always prevail in commander. Proactive with like some backup. I'll force and heal days. Or you won't have it and you'll cry. Oh, but they turned off Delirium. That's a cutie patootie play. I would like to attack mi opponente. Jump scare blocker. What do I want to draw here? A bolt would be very good. Just old school lightning bolt. No, I'm just gonna kill you, dude. I think they wanted to get Delirium post-combat. Spellbomb. Oh, they could turn off my Delirium and make my Murktide huge. That's not a magic card. If they pop Spellbomb, they take the same amount of damage. They can Spellbomb themselves, so their Dragon Rage Channeler doesn't have to attack, but it then doesn't fly, so it can't block either. Don't know how they're getting out of this. Unholy Heat does it. Murktide's only a 6/6. But I don't know if this Grixis build plays Unholy Heat. We haven't seen it yet. Could be. I go to 11. They are playing Petty Theft. And then Fatal Push my Darcy. Ah. Spellbomb me. Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Well, with some lucky surveilling. Play land so we don't get dazed. Darcy number 2. And now we kill them on the ground because Darcy can't block and Brazen Borrower can't block on the ground. Cool. Cool. Very interactive game of Magic. I go to 8. Oh, that can block. We're back to needing a pretty good surveil. Ponder or Brainstorm would be best draws. Or Bolt. I guess Bolt just kills them. Here we go. They're thinking about this Ponder. Did not shuffle. Delver doesn't really do anything. I'm gonna take 6 next turn. Bolt kills me. There's nothing I can do about that. Didn't have enough to cast Murktide. We just died a Bolt here. That's it. Bowmasters puts us to 1. Oh, if I had attacked, they couldn't fetch. That was an argument for attacking with both Dragon Rage Channelers. Yeah. Minor misplay there. They're digging. They get to look at 5 cards. They're topping, so it's probably a Bolt. What's up, damn it? Haven't seen you in a bit. We are playing some Legacy. They didn't need to fetch. Yeah, we've been playing all week. We were doing Modern Monday to Wednesday. And then we had a chat at the end of last stream, and we agreed Legacy's pretty cool. Let's play some Legacy. So if I am bringing in Hydroblast, because I think Darcy is the bee's knees. I think Questing Druid doesn't flip Delvers and is a worse card than most of the cards in my deck. Unholy Heat, meh. And we're gonna play 61. That's the Titan player in me. The Amulet Titan player in me says we should just play 61 cards. Magic has taken over your life. Well, it's taken over my week. That's similar. I'm tempted to bobble me. Pre-ordered Tarkir the other day. 2 play boxes, 2 bundles. Nice! Yeah, I'm looking forward to Tarkir. Aether Drift wasn't for me in the most part. I think it just didn't excite me. I'm not like a race car guy. Oh, I can stack the triggers. Yeah. So in their turn, I will crack bobble at me, and then I can stack the triggers accordingly. Yeah, Aether Drift wasn't like for me necessarily. I think it's fine. It's a fine set. But I'm looking forward to Tarkir. What's on top? A Delta. Okay, so I would like to draw from Bobble first. So we're gonna put Delver on bottom. Draw. Sure. I'm not sure why they would give me the opportunity to have mana up. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way baking a cake. The mechanics, I mean, they're inoffensive. The mechanics in Aether Drift just are inoffensive. They're not super exciting. Sure. They're not terrible. They're fine. But the whole car thing, there's a couple of card arts that I think are really cute. Like there's like a Loxodon squatting in front of his car, like he's all cool. That card art is really funny to me. But in general, it's just fine. Whoa, you're gonna buy a lot of the Final Fantasy set, damn it. Are you a big Final Fantasy fan? I think holding up Hydro Blast or Bolt is better than pondering here. Now I have to ponder to hit land drop. They can daze it, which is fine. Those are not lands. That is also not a land. Now we are in trouble. I shuffled away a land earlier. Maybe that was a mistake. Oh, they hit second land? Unfair. I'm gonna cast Dragon Rage Channeler so that I can surveil off of days. Maybe. Oh, do I daze here? Just for the surveil? I think I do. I have to hit land. That's more looks at lands. Yeah, Pro Tour Spider-Man is going to be a word, a sentence. That's going to be a phrase that gets used by humans referring to an actual Pro Tour. Pro Tour Spider-Man. That is so doofy. Man, we're down bad. This is... Missing all these lands is rough. Big Murktide. We do have the Brazen Bar to deal with Big Murktide. Let's ponder. They didn't daze. Good. No Souffle. Cast Bauble. Bauble you? Yeah, there's one Marvel set this year and then another one next year, is my understanding. They only got a 5/5 Murktide. Right, Avatar's the other universes beyond, which I don't know. Like everybody has given their 2 cents about universes beyond. Most of the vocal people are like, yeah, it's not for me. I think when I see, like, after Final Fantasy, when I see standard decks that are a combination of traditional Magic IP and Universes Beyond. That'll be like a make or break point for me about how I feel with this. Or if they flip Delver, we're bolting it. I can just make a bigger Murktide, but I think trying to Brazen Borrow their Murktide. Yeah, they flipped Delver, of course they did. They flipped it with what? What revealed? Pyroblast. Doesn't stop lightning bolt. Pyroblast stops Murky T. Yes. So I'm taking 8. I'm going to 2. I think I'm dead no matter what here. Yeah, they got the natural Delver flip. Oh, Bolt. I'm just dead. Okay, well, we got O2'd by the mirror twice in a row. Like I said, I think this teamer build is not the optimal tempo build. I sure hope game 3 is not Delver again. Or tempo mirror. Oh, I got on my binder. Right. I got my binder like an hour ago. Let's... Ugh. Okay, so I've been trying to get together some legacy cards. Ugh. So we have here a playset of LEDs. I only have 2 Underground Seas. I have 3 Vaults. And then this is like a page of nonsense. So we have 3 Bayous, 2 Plateaus, 1 Tundra, 1 Taiga. Survival of the Fittest. 4 Mox Diamonds. Sorry, 5 Mox Diamonds, because I bought a playset in Japanese when I went to Tokyo. 4 City of Traders, and then I have a playset of One Rings. Yeah. So I don't have enough for any one deck, which is the problem. I need 4 Ancient Tombs to do Turbo Moon. I need 2 more Underground Seas to play basically any other deck. And then I have a ton of fetches. El Sahar. And the funny thing is 5 Mox Diamonds. It's like the weirdest card to have 5 of. It's not good. I'm on the play. I think I'll keep this. I have no threats, but I have 2 Ponders. So yeah, that's me building towards Legacy. That's my over the years I've been working towards it. Friends are trying to get rid of duels, and I'm like, hey, I got you. I'll buy your duels, or whatever old cards they're trying to offload. New Dragon Mox is terrible, damn it. It's I can't think of, unless they print like a Dragon Ragavan, I just can't think of a deck that wants that Mox. The thing that makes the other conditional Moxen good, like Mox Amber or Mox Opal, is that there are decks that can abuse it turn 1. They can activate it immediately. So if you can't turn 1 play a dragon to turn on your Mox, what is the point of the Mox? That's my opinion. I think there just aren't enough low drop Moxen to take advantage of the Dragon Mox. So Mutavault is a dragon, but only when you activate it, right? You have to turn on Mutavault for it to be a dragon. It's not a dragon as a land. It's a dragon as a creature. Or am I getting that wrong? Universal Automaton? What? I should have typed more words. There it is. Uh-oh. 1 mana, 1/1 changeling? No. No, I don't think this is good enough. I think you need playable cards. I think playing bad cards to let you play good cards is not it. You want to play good cards that make your other good cards better. Yeah. Yeah, that's my gospel for today. I'm preaching... We're gonna shuffle. Oh, thank God. Oh, I thought we were gonna be brainstorm locked. That scared me. I just got jump scared by a ponder. Is Dragon Mox legendary? Yeah, I think so, yeah. I kind of just don't want you to see my hand. I think this is Oops All Spells. Yeah, that's all this can be. I'll daze the Thoughtseize so that they think I have force. They're considering exiling a Spirit Guide. Yeah, okay. And now they'll see that they're in the clear, but I think it's tough for them with 3 cards in hand to combo. I'm not even sure it's possible. Yeah, it resolves. They're going to take the daze. And then I'm going to ponder into another daze. Yes, if it was non-legendary, I think you could do some pretty cool stuff with it. They took ponder. Why? Weird. Okay, we're gonna main phase brainstorm next turn and hope to hit a Fetcheroni. This is a pretty bad start for Oops All Spells. This sucks. Play land, play bauble. Bauble you. Dark Ritual on top. Okay, that's spooky. We have Force with Brainstorm, so I need to not cast Brainstorm. Because now we have Daze and Force both up. The only thing that matters in this matchup is not letting them combo. That's it. That's the whole matchup. Doomsday Call real? No, they're not on Doomsday. They're on Oops All Spells. Okay, we're going to brainstorm into another blue spell. It's like 60% of our deck. Yep. Put back this Trop again. Put back Questing Druid again. We're going to float these 2 cards forever. Hit one of your lands. Yeah, so Oops All Spells plays no lands, no actual lands. They only play MDFCs, modal dual-faced cards. This bolt is not functional in this matchup, so I'm going to shoot you. And they're trying to turn 1 combo, which they whiffed because they saw the daze into daze. And what they're really trying to do is dump their entire library into the graveyard, get back a Narcomoeba, cast Cabal Ritual, sacking the Narcomoeba, to bring back 4 Poxwalkers, to sack 2 Unburial Rites. So I've floated the same 2 cards every turn, and that's fine. What did I put on top? Not an instant. Oops. Yes, Warhammer Poxwalkers. Yeah, and I did put Questing Druid on top. Doubleday's Force is pretty much impossible for them to win through. They have a small amount of counter magic in that deck, but it's really just a hyper optimized try to win on turn 1 combo deck. Seek thine beast. Play Trop. Pondar. I want a Force in my... Oops. I wanted Force in my hand. I will draw a Valley of Gargaroth. No Souffle. These boxes are oversized. There we go. Okay. Oops. I missed 1 damage with my Delver. Yeah, Poxwalkers are better. Top card is a Darcy. I knew that. Yeah. Just making a mess of things. It's okay. Opponent can't take game actions, so we win. By default.
We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning.
Yeah, I think MDFCs are insanely powerful. We have seen Belcher spring up in Modern and Legacy as a result of MDFCs, and we've seen things like this Oops All Spells deck. I think newer cards are still very strong. They did a bit of a back off from the 2020 era of printing the most busted thing you've ever seen. Force of Negation, yes, flip. But new cards are still good. Even bad new cards are still good. Okay, we have Force, Daze, Force. They cannot win. Hard cast Force. I don't need another land. But they have to try to go off this turn. This is their last turn. And we win. Great. This is a Grafdigger's Cage matchup. And honestly, could be a... it's probably not Price of Progress. I just need to not let them win on turn 1. We're going to take out our bolts and our unholy heats. And a questing druid looks good to me. Look, not in the mirror. We're fine. We can play Magic, just not in a mirror match where my opponent, knowing the deck better than me, is just going to cause them to win. Beautiful sunny day here. Hope you guys are having a nice day. It'd be nice to go outside. I have to go to the DMV to upgrade my driver's license, renew and upgrade my driver's license to a real ID, as though IDs aren't real. Well, sometimes me brainstorm locking myself is on me. Sometimes that's my fault. Okay, they're going to try to go off here. Oh. That's it? Okay. Yeah, you can have it. I have 2 protections. I cannot cast Consign turn 1. Like, I can't cast it right now. I don't know if they... I mean, there's no black Spirit Guide, so they can't Dark Ritual. So they're not winning this turn. And they know about the consign, so they're not going to go all the way to Thassa's Oracle and lose. I don't really know anything about Whatnot. I've seen, like, ads for Whatnot. They do, like, pack openings and stuff, I think. And people buy the packs that you open or something. I'm not sure. Okay, there's two lines of play here. There is Darcy Bobble Bobble and hope that either they don't have the combo now or that I draw into counter magic. Or there is Sit on Volcanic Island with Consign and Brainstorm. And I think we're on Sit with Consign and Brainstorm. I think that is the correct play. The only way that we can lose is if we go shields down. So if we never go shields down, we cannot lose. They're going to Thoughtseize me again. I'm going to Brainstorm in response. And I'm going to draw 2 free counter spells. I'm going to draw 2 free counter spells. I need the land. We're going to put Murktide and Consign back. So they can't take my Consign. And if they don't have the win this turn, I still have Consign up next turn. Looks like they might have it this turn. They just need a Spirit Guide. That's their last card. Yep. Yep, they've got it. So I'm going to let them do the combo so you can see it. Utter Insidious Informer mills their whole deck. They get 2 Narcomoeba. They're going to Cabal Ritual me. Which brings back the Poxwalkers. Which lets them Unburial Rites. Where is it? Oh, they have Bridge from Below. I would not play Bridge from Below, but that's fine. I guess that stops you from your surgical on Poxwalkers. Does it? Does that do anything? What is the point of Bridge from Below? So there's the Thoracle that they're going to reanimate. Undead Return. Dread Return. That's the card. Not Unburial Rites. Dread Return. Cool. So they win. In case you draw Narcomoeba. I mean, that deck doesn't intend to ever draw a card. It's supposed to win turn 1. I'm going to put in Surgical. And take out this other Questing Druid, because I just don't think it's a good card. I would like to play first. 2 Consigns Days? I don't think they can win through that. We'll keep. Yeah, well, I mean, Thassa's Oracle is at least half of Legacy decks these days. It's just so easy to Thoracle. Nostalgic for Hogak Summer. I'm sure there is a reason that they're playing Bridge from Below. Like, Legacy players are very good Magic players, and they build decks as though they are mad scientists. Like, they do things that we cannot reason about, but they know. Yeah, but I'm just a man playing Legacy. I am no Legacy player. He swore off CEDH after a table of everybody having Rhystic Study on the field and Thassa's Oracle in hand. Yup. Sounds right to me. I am no Legacy player. I am but a pilgrim in their lands. I'm a tourist. Thought sees me, bro. We did get to see their whole deck last game, and I didn't see any counter magic. I didn't look very hard, but... Petal is how they get to continue going. They can Dark Ritual off Petal. They cast Balustrade Spy, and I consign... I think I let them go all the way through. And I consign the Thassa's Oracle. And then they just lose. Yeah, they have 0 cards in hand. If they go through with the combo, they lose the game. They know that, right? So their deck is now empty. Oh, they have Pact of Negation. I mean, their hand is empty, so they're definitely dead. You have 2 Narcomoebas. There's only 1 Thassa's Oracle, right? Yeah, there's 1 Thassa's Oracle, so they can't, like, reanimate 2 of them. I think they're just dead here. Oh, they get to Cabal Therapy, my consign. Okay, so we have to brainstorm to get Daze or Force. We got neither and we lose? Okay, so I was supposed to consign the Balustrade Spy trigger, not let them go through with it. Yeah. 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 Yep. Okay. We were losing a lot today. Oh, what time is it? We're good. Oh. You know what? Drop. We're gonna switch again. We're playing 3 decks today. You can't even handle it. We're gonna play my favorite deck, Turbo Moon. No, like I have actually played. I played a League of Oops All Spells, and it's not a fun deck to play. I don't know what makes people want to play it. I guess it puts up numbers. It's like a strong deck. How is Death and Taxes? Let me look. I don't think it's amazing, because it doesn't stop turn 1 wins. No, not Modern. Legacy. Yeah. So we have Reanimator is still the largest meta share. I think that's just because people still have the cards, and it is a very strong deck. The deck we're playing now is the number 2 most popular deck. Then we have Teamer Tempo, Cephalid Breakfast, Blue-black tempo, Eldrazi Stompy, Oops All Spells. Death and Taxes is listed as tier D. This is generally how I go through and find decks. I'm looking for decks that win big events recently. This is my process. I'm looking for a big star, but there are no big stars because it's Legacy. Ooh, they're playing Ketramos. Lion Sash for some graveyard hate. Bowmasters, Emperor Bones. So this is just sewers, but in Legacy. So I guess that's what Death and Taxes is, yeah. Is this a... Alright, get the ad out of here. This is a an Assassin's Creed card. It's a 5-mana artifact. What? They're just playing this for Stoneforge Mystic? Okay. Sure. I like the line of Stoneforge go get pre-war Formware to get back your Stoneforge. I think that's a really sick play. Okay. Alright, we have a match. We are on the draw. We tied our opponent multiple times on 6s. And this is a turn 1 Blood Moon hand, so we'll keep it. Turn 1 Blood Moon hand that gets around days, or gets past days. Opponent will likely concede when Blood Moon resolves. I'm sure the art in my hand is really tilting T. Oh yeah, they did have to ban Tibble's Trickery in Standard because people would rather flip a coin than play Magic. Oh, I don't get past that. Okay, we're gonna... They don't play hand attack, so we're just gonna sit. I think Chromox Imprint Simian Spirit Guide is good. Our City of Traders stayed a City of Traders because we didn't get we didn't resolve Blood Moon. Which is unfortunate. That's not a great draw, but it lets us cast One Ring through days. Okay. Ring into Ring, a classic. Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed was underprinted because nobody bought it. They stopped printing it. It's sets are sort of like print to demand these days. It's just another Encore. Okay, you have 2 Encores. Maybe it was wrong to put Fury under Chromox. Dealt to Shaman Encore is dealt to target creature you control instead. Okay, so they just have the Encore text. I think we're on Pyroglyph this turn. Kill the one that has more toughness, I guess? And has another line of text? Sure. You'll make me kill the smaller one. Wait, did you do that backwards? What is going on? The damage has to go somewhere. It doesn't just disappear. Okay, great. We are very likely to draw... Sure. To draw a moon next turn. We just have so many chances at it. Those are not moons. Yeah, Cephalid Breakfast is also a Nadu deck. For sure. I just need them to not win the game right now. I draw 5 cards next turn. I have to hit a moon. Which they fetched a basic, so it's not even really the end of the world. Cuts them off white and forever cuts them off green, so they'll never cast Nadu, but they can still cast their stupid Cephalid Wizard. This is getting ridiculous. Okay, I think we're on Mountain Broadside, Throw Ring. Force. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Happy to discard a bunch of cards. Okay. There's the stupid Cephalid man. So they mill their whole deck and they win. Okay. Okay. Pyroblast is amazing. Leyline of the Void also good. Chalice of the Void is tough because they have so many diverse mana costs. Two Pyroglyphs, 1 Fury. Yep, Nadu is still legacy legal. Only got banned in Modern. And maybe Vintage. Restricted Vintage or something. This is not a turn 1 moon, but it is a Leyline. But with no way to get to our next land, I think that's a mulligan. This is a turn 1 moon. No Leyline. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I think I want to keep the Sundering Eruption. They need exactly force. Well, either force. Alright, they've been turn 1 mooned. That's going to make the game very hard for them. They have to get green mana. Now, I don't want to Sundering Eruption this because they'll get green mana. In fact, I want to Fury their Haywire Might. need them to never get out from under this moon. I don't know about Nadu getting banned in Legacy. Like, it's the plan B for this deck. It's not even that good. Not to say that Nadu's not good, but that the plan A seems much better. Did they just win the game? I hate this deck. This plan A is just so much stronger. This thing is so dumb. If anything, I mean, this could be too far. Ban Thassa's Oracle. Why is it in Legacy? Every deck plays Thassa's Oracle. Wouldn't that be a shakeup? Man, we would see... Oh, the meta would explode in so many different directions. That would be crazy. It seems like everybody hates Oracle. A Yorion deck. So we have 1, 2, 3, no, and a moon. We can turn 1 moon. It's an ugly turn 1 moon. That doesn't get through days. But they're 80 cards, so they don't have days. Right? Right? Oh, they got a basic. And they have an Aether Vial? What have I done? Yeah, damn it. That's kind of how I feel. Is that Thassa's Oracle just pushes out so many other win cons. It soaks up all of the sunlight, and it just doesn't feel like there's a reason to do anything else. It's just such an easy win con. It's so convenient, and you can build towards it, that there's just very little motivation to do anything else. Yes, Jason Labman are much, much, much worse, and these decks would not see play with Jason Labman. I cannot attack with Moon. They have Aether Vial. If they vial in anything and block my Moon, I probably lose. Vial is a big pain in my butt this game. Opponent's on some spicy... They're doing something over there. I cannot let Reality Chip be. If they Flicker Wisp, how bad is that? That's pretty bad. Oh, they can't cast spells. I shouldn't care about this. I should just get broadside on the table. Look, they're playing all these basics, dude. What am I supposed to do about that? People playing basics in Legacy. This is garbage. Switch to Turbo Moon. Everybody plays a basic on one. This is nonsense.
The heat ray they emit from their mouths. It's more powerful than anything yet known to man.
Say, don't you think it's strange?
2 basics? Alright, they're getting up to Yorion on this vial. Huh? I think I'm holding Moon to evoke Fury. So Vial goes to 5. They can now Vial in Yorion.
I've got to get out of here, get some fresh air.
Okay, if they Vial in Yorion, they double block. So we will evoke Fury to kill the reality chip. They're going to Vial in Yorion to protect it. But then I get to swing again. It would have been nice to throw Fury for 7 damage. But there's just no way to arrange this that I can do that. So I can hit for 2, cast Moon, throw Magus. Oh, I can just kill your Yorion. That seems good. That seems like a play that I want to make. So then they can't even attach reality chip to it. They reset their Vial, sure.
I ain't gonna die, am I?
Yeah, I mean, no Pro Tour or Worlds was won by an alt win con that I can think of, sure. But they also just don't make Pro Tours and Worlds for formats where that's a thing. Like, they banned Thoracle. Is Thoracle banned in Modern? Yeah, right? Like, they just don't allow good alt win cons in Modern or Standard or Pioneer. Oh, I'll bet you a big Pioneer event has been won by some silly win con. So this is 2 damage and 5 damage is 7 damage. We don't quite have them. 2, 5. Yeah, that puts them to 2. Oh, Oracle is legal in Modern because it was in Naughty Decks. Yeah. Yeah. Well, our opponent didn't beat turn 2 Moon. So we got that going for us. Or turn 1 Moon? What was I saying? I was saying you can't beat turn 1 Moon? They didn't beat turn 1 Moon. Haha! Opponent is a Yorion deck. I don't know what that means for us. Null Rod to turn off their Aether Vial is cute. This is another game where Chalice I don't think is amazing. I just didn't cast any spells that game. I guess I did moon them. Pyroblast. Better than Chalice. Oh. That is true, T. The Thoracle builds of Nadu, it was training wheels. Like, you didn't really need Nadu. Yeah, it's a terminal build. We want to keep this. We can't get past days. But they're 80 cards. They don't have days. It's not in their hand. They're going to fetch a basic right now. They're going to cast Vial. I hate it. This is a bit of a non-bow. Chromox Null Rod. I anticipate. I feel within my bones.
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
I anticipate them using this white mana to destroy or exile my Blood Moon. It's a cool mountain. I think we just get going. We Fable, and then we'll Null Rod next turn. Under Moon and Null Rod, I don't know what they do. Vial now? Is it a 2-drop that deals with Moon? No. No, it is not. Oh, you don't like pro everything, T? Look. I love the One Ring. Bring it back. I think it was the only thing keeping control alive in Modern. Batterskull. Sure. What is this Yorion art? Can I not look at the Yorion? Oh, there it is. I don't recognize that frame. Is that a newer printing of Yorion? Nope. Okay. We hit our 3rd land, which was important. Sure. I don't think that's as big a deal as opponent perceives it to be. We have Bombardiers. We will go to attacks. We will swing. They can put everything in front of Bombardiers? I don't think they will. What? Huh? Why would they block like that? That play looked weird to me. Maybe they don't know how broadside works. Yeah, Progenitus was OG pro everything, but nobody in the history of Magic has cast Progenitus in a 60 card format. I'm sure people have cheated out Progenitus. You could like 2 green, sack a green creature, tutor a green creature on the battlefield. Natural order. You could like natural order out of Progenitus. It was a legacy win con casting natural order T? Is that what they were doing? Because I would believe that. Alright, they're under 2 moon effects and a null rod. I don't know how they do anything anymore. Solitude, sure. Solitude my bombardiers. Ephemerate Solitude? Let's see it. Eh? Blue? Consign the evoke trigger. Sort of worse. But okay. I don't know. I mean, there's the perspective of protection from everything is lazy. But there's also the perspective that protection from everything is like a very Timmy... It's an exciting line of text. It gets people... It makes them happy without the text even being strong or good. Like, on Progenitus, protection from everything isn't good enough to merit the card costing double Wooburg. I'll take this block. You can't even use your reality chip. Moon the Third. You've been mooned. The new Eldrazi of the rule of sevens Eldrazi. Yeah, sire of the 7/7s. He's funny. I like me a good sire of the 7s. I had somebody play him against me in either Legacy or Modern. I can't remember. Double Null Rod. Ooh, Null Rod One Ring is a non-bow. I need like a Fury to get out of this. That's my 5th mana for casting Fury. Yeah, the Sire of Sevens is such a cool card because it has 7 keywords and it's a 7/7 and it costs 7. And one of its 7 keywords is ward pay 7 life. It's just excellent top-down design. Ooh, 2 basics. Two islands. This look. They're going to cast some spells. 2 planes. I have protection from everything. 4 mana. We look at each other. Look, that was 4-mana colorless Time Walk as far as I'm concerned. We're in it for the long haul, boys. This is going to be a quite protracted match of Magic. Checking the clock. This has to be my last match because I need to go to the DMV. Nothing wrong with a backup moon. Everybody needs a backup moon in their life, you know? And there he is. The man of the hour. Now they'll pay 3 to put Batterskull back in their hand. They have 36 life. They've just stolen all of my life. Oh, they can't put it back in there. I should have just cast Simian Spirit Guide and double blocked. I am but a buffoon. They can't put it back in their hand because of the nullest of rods. Now this is gonna get them. They're gonna be sad. Oh, well, they're still gonna be sad because you can't have a Fury that flies. I'm sorry. That also wasn't enough mana. Oh yeah, that was enough mana. Okay. If I cut them from blue, they're still gonna get Batterskull back when they cast Yorion. Ugh. But I will cut them from blue. Of course they have another basic. Okay, they cast Yorion, and then we're in a really bad spot unless we hit Broadside Bombardiers. That's our out. Our out is Broadside Bombardiers. Because we can fling the ring at Yorion and hold Black Fury to block Batterskull. And then we get to play this game for at least another hour. Nope, we died to Yorion. Okay. Alright, game 3. Game 3. That makes me wonder about Dead Gone. Probably not good enough. Maybe Fire of Confluence is in. I think Fire Confluence is better than One Ring if I'm playing Null Rods. Ah, but One Ring I could throw with Bombardiers. That is a lot of damage. Tough call. Not sure. Not sure. Okay, let's play. Last game of the day. Nope. Yep. 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 That's a great hand. So now they can't even fetch. They had to just have basics in hand. Okay, they did. It's fine. I don't have feelings about that. They can also path or swords my mugus. Stone Forge. Get Batter Skull. So I have to throw the Null Rod at Stone Forge. Then next turn I can cast Moon and throw the Magus at face. And that's getting close to locking it up. Recruiter of the Guard gets Solitude, Solitude the Magus, and then I play a Blood Moon. Yep. This is where you Solitude. Okay. They're very patient. They will probably Solitude Bombardiers now. But I can't let them untap not under a Moon effect. Did they just not have another white card? What happened? Mockingbird is a copy of Bombardiers. Throw a Recruiter at my Bombardiers? What a strange game. Fury is a good draw. Mountain is a bad draw. Solitude having flash is obnoxious here because they can do the Bombardier trick. Cheetah. Equip Jite, swing, use Jite, fling Jite. Fling Solitude is a better play. I'm beginning to think the only white card in their hand is Solitude. This is my punishment for playing 8 moons. They're just going to Jite my Magus. What are they doing? Hard cast Simian Spirit Guide. I wouldn't go so far as to say that Jite is a relevant card in Legacy. I think if you are playing a Stoneforge package, you can put Jite in, but it's not likely to be the best thing to be doing. Now I'm dead, right? Why are they playing Rest in Peace? So they have 2, 4, 6, 8. So they have 8 damage with Jite and Bombardiers. Then they can throw Jite to 12 and throw Bombardiers to 17. We'll see if they see it. They don't, like, this card isn't in their deck. They might not know. Yeah, they didn't pump. But they still have 9 damage to fling. They missed lethal. This is just different lethal. This is 5/7. They have 12. They fling for 12 here if they do it correctly. Yeah, it's just different lethal. And this flings that, or vice versa. This flings that. Yeah, okay. They got me. Mockingbird. Legacy All-Star, turns out. Whew, okay. Well, that was fun. I hope you guys had a good time. I lost almost exclusively today. A lot of losing in Legacy. It was recommended to me that I check out Standard again, and there is a Domain Standard deck. I love playing Domain in Standard, and it's up there. It's like pretty good. So, yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. Thanks for hanging out, being kind, despite my numerous and egregious misplays. Magic is a hard game. These formats are the hardest way to play Magic. I'm doing my best. Yeah, it's not Domain as I knew it. I know, but I'll play it anyway. We'll probably go back to a normal time in the afternoon tomorrow. I think most people couldn't make it in the earlier portion. Viewership picked up more towards the end. Yeah, I think I'll try Standard tomorrow. We're just doing a pastiche of Magic today. A tour of all of the types of Magic. I had a wonderful time. I hope wherever you are in the world, you're having a great week. We're going to keep the Magic going. And I'll catch you next time. Tomorrow, here in the afternoon. Have a good one. Bye.